Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, students. So today I am going to explain how will you attempt your math paper and what is the math paper pattern criteria. But before starting anything, what you are going to bring when you have a math paper. First of all of you should have scale, okay, a protractor or you can say a D, compass along with pencil. Now keep this thing in your mind when you are bringing your compass. So it has pencil in it, okay. Then pencil for rough work, eraser, sharpener, and blue and black pen. Okay, you should have ink pen and try to bring two ink pens. Okay, so these are the things that are necessary while you are going to attempt your math paper. Okay, now the next question is how will you attempt your math paper or what is your math paper what is the criteria of your math paper. Okay, now look at here. Your math paper comprises of two sections. Okay, your math paper will comprise of two sections. Number one section will be objective section, okay, and the second will be subjective section. Understand? There are two sections and total marks for the paper will be 50 marks. Okay, total marks will be 50 marks. Understand? And obviously objective and subject, these 50 marks will be divided between objective and subjective portion. Okay, now next is how will you attempt your paper. First of all, your first section will be objective section. So just suppose this is your answer sheet. Okay, just suppose this is your answer sheet. So what you will do in your answer sheet, first you will write down the heading of objectives, means you are going to attempt objectives here. Okay, this is your objective section and you are going to attempt objective. Your objective section will be comprises of only one question, but question one maybe have two parts. Okay, in part one you have to, or part A you have to do, you have a question do as directed. Okay, do as directed. Now how will you attempt do as directed? Now look at here. Just suppose if this is your math book and do as directed will come from, just suppose you have a question, find the prime factors of 48. So here you have to write down the factors of 48. Obviously first you will gonna solve it. Okay, so what you will do, simply you will write here. First what you will do, you will draw a line here. Okay, this is very important for all of you, margin line, and you will make a working column for the in the objective section. It is must. Okay, you will do all the calculations in the working column. This is your working column. Understand? Now first you will write down the answer of bit number 1. Now your bit number 1 is to find the prime factors of 48. In working column what you will do, you will find the prime factors of 48. Just suppose you will write here 48 and simply find out the factors. Just suppose 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 6 is 12, 2 into 3 is 6, and 3 into 1 is 3. So these are the prime factors. So how will you write down the answer? You will simply write down the answer here. No need to perform the solution here. Okay, simply write down the answer. 48 is equals to 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3. Similarly, what you will do, you will write down the direct answer of all the do as directed here. Okay, simply you will write down the direct answers here. Okay, I'm repeating again, write down the direct answer here. Just suppose if you have to find out the improper mixed fraction, you have to convert anything into mixed fraction. So what you will do, you will perform your calculation here and simply write down your answer directly here. Just suppose you will write here 3 whole 2 upon 3, whatever. Okay, now after completing your do as directed, I don't know how many do as directed are there. It may be 10 or it may be 20. So it's up to the paper, and you have to attempt all the do as directed. After that, your bit number, question number 1, part B. It could be true false or fill in the blanks. Okay, yeah, to true false or either fill in the blanks. Okay, so what you will do after that, simply again you will write down the direct answer of each blank or true false. Okay, each blank and true false. Just suppose answer is true, so simply you will write true, complete spelling. If the answer is false, so write down the complete answer, which is false. Okay, if it is fill in the blanks, the answer, just suppose answer is angle, so simply write the answer angle. No need to copy down the question, whole question. Just give the direct answer in do as directed and in true false. Okay, so this is your objective section. This is the way to attempt objective sections. Okay, now we are moving towards the subjective portion. Now, when you are going to attempt your subjective section, so first what you will do, you will write down the heading of subjective in your answer sheet. Okay, and then you will attempt the subjective portion. Now, your subjective portion comprises of 3 sections. How many sections are there? 3 sections in the subjective portion. Okay, now section A, when you are going to attempt the answer, you will write down the heading of section A. Okay, in section A there must be a note in your paper. Okay, in your paper there must be a note, attempt 4 or 5 or 6, just suppose attempt 4 questions. Okay, attempt 4 questions means you have to, in total you have to attempt 4 questions. Okay, and obviously question number, they will be started from question number 2 and question number 3, question number 4, and so on. So in total you have to attempt 4 questions. Now your section A belongs to arithmetic portion. Okay, it belongs to arithmetic portion. I'm repeating again, section A belongs to arithmetic portion. So chapter 2 and chapter 3, okay, chapter 2 and chapter 3 will be included in arithmetic section. Right, now what you will do, simply in arithmetic section or in subjective portion you have to solve each and everything. Means this, in this portion you have to solve each and every step here. Just suppose you are going to, you have a question, question number 3 is to simplify. Okay, so in subjective portion, please do not write down the direct answer. You have to write each and every step, because each and every step will carry some marks. Okay, each and every step will carry some marks. So you have to attempt or you have to solve each and every step of each question in subjective portion. Okay, in objective portion you have to write down the direct answer, and if you want to solve anything, if you want to solve in anything, so you will use a working column. But in subjective portion you can use a working column, but you have to solve each and every step here. Okay, when you will attempt total 4 questions from section A, now you will move on to the section B. Okay, now you will move to section B. Okay, section B will comprise of algebra portion. Okay, algebra portion, chapter number 9, algebraic expressions. Understand? Section B will be included your algebra section, and you will follow the, you will consult your midterm syllabus for this. Now, again, you have a note here, attempt 2 questions from this section. Means from section B you have to attempt 2 questions, from 2 questions. Okay, now I'm repeating again, this is not necessary that in the note you have to only attempt 2 questions. This is an example. Okay, this is an example. Maybe you have to attempt 3 questions or 4 questions, so you have to read the note very carefully, that how many questions you have to attempt from that particular section. Okay, now what you will do, you will write down your question number here, which question number you are going to be attempt. Just suppose in Algebra, you have question number 6, question number 7, question number 8, and question number 9. But you are going to attempt question number 7 and skipping question number 6. So what you will do, you will write down the heading of question number 7. Okay, if you are skipping question number 6, so and you are going to attempt question number 7, so you have to write down the same question number that is written in your paper. Okay, section B will comprise of algebra section. Now move on to the last section, which is section C. Now in section C, obviously it is very clear to you. Section C portion will be comprises of the geometry portion. Chapter number 11, fundamental concepts of geometry. Again, there will be a note, attempt two questions. Again, I'm telling you, this is example. Two questions from this section. Okay, so you have to attempt only two questions. There must be a choice. Okay, there must be a choice. So you have to attempt only two questions. Understand? Clear? Now, just suppose there are multiple questions here. Just suppose you have question number 9, question number 10, question number 11, question number 12. So just suppose you are going to attempt question number 10. So what you will do, you will write here question number 10. Okay, you will write down the heading of question number 10 and you will solve it. Just suppose if you have to draw any angle, so use proper scale and D. Okay, in geometry section you will require these three things: scale, D, and compass. Okay, so you will have to use all these three things. Then you will attempt your question number 10 and please write each and every step, right? Each and every step. Do not skip any step. All steps are important. Okay, just suppose after finishing question number 10 you are going to attempt your question number 12. So what you will do, you will write here question number 11. No, you will write here that you are going to attempt your question number 12. So you will write down the heading of question number 12. Just suppose your question number 12 comprises of definitions, and just suppose you have to write the definition of collinear points here. So you will write down the heading of collinear points. Okay, collinear points, and then write down the answer with blue pen. Understand? It is clear? So now look at here. I am repeating again. Your math portion will be divided into two sections. Number one is objective section and number two is subjective section. Okay, now your subjective section will going to be divided in three parts. Okay, number one is section A, second is section B, and third will be section C. Okay, section A will be arithmetic section, section B will be algebra section, and section C will be your geometry section. And in objective, objectives will come from all sections, all portions: arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. Okay, and you have two questions: do as directed and fill in the blanks or true false. Understand? Do as directed in subjective portion, objective portion you have to write down the answer directly. Is it clear? Now I'm going to discuss something with you all. Just suppose this is your math book, and obviously, you know, chapter number 2 is coming in midterm. So you have to decide which one is the objective and which one is the subjective. Just suppose this type of questions, one word answer questions will be your subject objective portion. Okay, one word, one line answers, objective. But here you have something like find the GCD by division method. So obviously this type of question cannot be come in objective section. So this type of question will be asked in subjective portion. Same goes for 2.4, 2.5, each and everything. Okay. Now common fractions, next chapter is common fractions. So in common fractions, just suppose 3.1 exercise. So all these questions can be, okay, can be, okay, it is not necessary that this type of questions can be asked only in objective section. Okay, they can be asked in objective sections, or sometimes we will going to ask it in subjective portions. Okay, just suppose here you have the question reduced to the simplest form, and you are going to reduce 15 by 25. Just suppose this is a question, and you are going to attempt the question reduced to the simplest form in objective portion. So what you will do for the reduction, what you will do, what you have 15 divided by 25. So you will perform reduction here. 15, 25. So how will you reduce it? 5 into 3 is 15. 5 into 5 is 25. So what is the answer? 3 upon 5. So what you will do, you will write the answer directly here. Just suppose answer is 3 upon 5. That's it. Okay. Similarly, you have some more exercises, like you have 3.2, 3.3, and so on. So we can ask some questions from each exercise. Understand? Now move on to the algebra section. Just suppose this is your algebra section. So again, this type of question, write the following into symbolic form, write the following into words. This type of questions, or this type of questions, find the value of x or anything, base and exponents. 5 multiplied by 5 can be written as 5 raised to the power square. So this type of question can be asked in objective portions. Can be, I am repeating again, it can be. Okay, it is not necessary that we are going to ask this question only in objective portion. Okay, I'm just giving you some examples here. Okay, but this is very important. Chapter number 9. Okay, now last is chapter number 11. So in chapter number 11, you have to learn all these definitions, kinds of angles, acute angle, right angle, this one. Also, what you have here, this type of definitions like point, collinear points, non-collinear points. Okay, these definitions are very important. This type of questions are important. Okay, this type of question here, you have fill in the blanks. So it could be asked in the fill in the blank section. Then what you have here, you have 11.4 exercise construction. Okay, so this type of questions can be asked in your geometry section. So I'm going to end my session here. I hope it is clear to all. Okay, so best of luck for all of you, and please try to get full marks. Understand? Thank you so much, students.